Okay. So like first, like going to my project directly, I'll just give you a lower like what I was doing like a few weeks back. Like I was working on a scheduler, like trying to like build my custom scheduler and like see like how can I improve it. So I was working on normal transaction and everything. Then I started learning about MEVs and how read some research papers on like if you get into like Cheetos ecosystem, like even if you just touch it, you will like have more transaction, like more money to make. So it was like just a normal transaction. Then I added bundles and everything. So I made this like I made a blunder. So I just named it blunder because of that, because everything from normal transaction it like kind of like complicated it. But yeah, I worked and I learned a lot from this I'll say project. I instead of making a custom scheduler, I like kind of like made it a whole TPU. So I'm still kind of like working on it, got few more ideas. But yeah, so like I'll just give you an overview like now, right now, like how Agave is doing it. So I receive like there's ingestion like into the TPU from Quick, and then it will like prioritize all the transaction, deduplicate, read write logs, and it will check SIG verify, then detects the conflicts, then schedule will happen, and then yeah, you'll get your block. And like this, and usually by default, I think after 1.8, like you get default as like greedy scheduler. But to make it work, you have to like put a flag, and if you want to like change it between prio and greedy, you have to like use this as a flag in the config. So what I try to do is like I added few things, like I made it an adaptive scheduler so that it can automatically switch instead of like doing changing the config again and again. You don't have to, it will automatically do it. You just have to, I think, set the threshold. If I make it a keyword, yeah, you have to like set a threshold and it will automatically adjust accordingly. So the problem, not a problem I'll say, but I just wanted to make it better. So scheduler cannot like automatically adapt, and like there's no runtime flexibility as in like the flag what I'm talking about. So I just wanted to make it like adaptive for like high and low like congestion periods. So to be specific, priograph is good when like for makes a graph, and you have good schedule, like good schedule with all the transaction and bundles in priograph. But if the congestion is high, then greedy is good. Like it will processes very fast everything. Like it will go through. You can think like it can go through single workflow. So I'll like give you an example, like whole work through also. So the things I want to make made like try to make better was like better packing. Like we were looking at Rakurai, like I had a discussion with Rakurai, so kind of like got few ideas from there. So I try to implement that, like how they try to make dense blocks so that you have maximum fees. So also they told about some problems they have with pump fund. So I'll try to address those in the next iteration I'll do with this project. And then the automatic runtime adaptation, what I told you. And then I tried to make an external scheduler that can be uh, used as a plugin whenever you need, so that you have more power, I'll say, like to schedule stuff if you want. And yeah, so this is also a thing. After completing this, I try to like make this. So this is like the whole architecture right now. Like you'll bundles and transaction. And also I also wanted to add bundles because like I think in last month, or you can say this month, like Harmonic also came out with their block engine. So I was thinking of making one more block engine, so that just to simulate things. So wanted to work on like block engine also. Probably I'm gonna do it after this iteration, or V3, or V2 has few ideas, so probably on V3. But yeah, so you will have like bundle and transaction, then it will do sig verify. Then I added another thread. Like there are a total of 7 threads right now. I just added one more thread. I just wanted to do it, so I added one more thread, and it's like more of a dense packing thread and like priority thread. It will like try to send all the important transaction bundles in front. And yeah, so it's like a priority thread. Then I added a adaptive thread, I'll say, which can like automatically switch between greedy and prio. And here you can either go into internal scheduler or go through external scheduler. Right now, I just wanted to make it work. Like I just wanted to test, like, is it working or not? So right now I'm using a round robin in external, but I want to use adaptive. I tried to do the adaptive one, but I didn't have enough time, and I like messed my whole code because of that. So right now, yeah, I'll try to make adaptive in the V2. So yeah, this is the whole architecture. I'll The improvements for V2 is like address the Rakurai Sai, like this. I think in Pump Fun there is like a single account which makes a bottleneck in the priograph scheduler. So because all the accounts are connected to that single account, so it puts a workload. I want to address this with the V2 and then add adaptive to the external scheduler instead of round robin. And I have connected external scheduler with Quick, but I want to try with gRPC or Jet. I don't know. I learned about gRPC. I worked a single project on that. I'm thinking of doing something with Jet. If I find something good, I'll try to do it better. Yeah, I think I'll also take a look at what Uri shared. Yeah. So this is like the overview. Now I'll share you the workaround. I'll just zoom it in. So I have like divided it into three crates, or I'll say four crates now. So the core has like all the data structure and all the error and every metadata logic you can think. It's in the core crate, and then engine has all the sync verify, like the run time. You can say logic is here. Like it has the main. It will run. So it has, you can say, all the runtime logic, as in the scheduler will run, and this contains all the scheduler logic and scheduler crate. And I was trying something with external scheduler in this crate. So this contains the external scheduler logic, the quick logic, and the round robin for now. But I'll try to make it better. Yeah. And how the process, how I did the whole thing was initially, I created these files and added like the tests at the end. For example, if I go here, like, so, for example, I go to worker. So what I did was I wrote all the logic here. First, I tested it. Like, is it even working? All the locks and everything. Is it working or not? Like, so I first tested all the logic. So if I run cargo test, and like it will show like all the major tests, I'll say. So the external scheduler is still like incomplete, I'll say. So it's like it getting ignored for now. But yeah, like all the locks and everything are here, so getting tested. And then, okay, so now I can kind of like give you an look at like, um, where is the what? That's in the top. Yeah. So usually how the paragraph scheduler works is, if you like run, or like there are a bunch of transaction, though, so all the transaction will like go through, like there are like four workers after the thread. So like it will try to like parallelize all the transaction and send all the transaction in parallel. If the accounts are the same, then it will send to same worker, and then will do the like send those in parallel and then do it sequential with the same accounts. But like it chooses like four different workers, right? So I right now I'm just using the priograph scheduler. So if I run it, so what it will do is I'll stop it because it's very fast. So yeah, I've just stopped it right now. So how it will run is like starting the four workers, and then it will send to all the workers, like all the workers, like 0, 1, 2, 3. So it will sending to, if I run it whole as a whole, so it's sending how high conjunction, but right now it's not adaptive. It's like only paragraph. So it's sending to all the workers. See, all the workers. Now what I can do is, now I can show you what happens if we have a greedy scheduler. So this is like I've turned on the greedy one. So if I do the same thing, it's gonna start. So it started. Now see, it will stick to one. It will more or less stick to one, and switch to, I think I'll say, another thread very less, like very less. It will only stick with one thread. So if I run the whole one. It will hardly change it. Like it will hardly change. So because in time of high congestion, this is how greedy works. But now I made it adaptive with a threshold. So now this is the adaptive one. Now what happens is I'll just stop it with the when the load is less. So initially it started with paragraph because the load is less. Like load is less, so using paragraph right now. But uh, now in the end load will increase and it will gonna switch. So see, like it switched automatically from when the load was less, and then automatically load got high and it started using greedy. So this is the main thing. You don't have to change the config, it will automatically do it. And then in the end I added external scheduler, so I can run like my external sidecar here in the other terminal, you can say. So it's running now. Now I can test my external scheduler, the round robin. When it's gonna run with quick and everything. So yeah, it's gonna do. And yeah, that's it for this one. Yeah, thank you.